Hey guys, this isn't really a part to the rebuild, but I'm just showing you a bit of an update of what I've got. So I got quite a lot of my parts now. All I'm waiting on is my clutch. I got an XCD 3-puck clutch, the whole clutch kit. So it comes with like the pressure plate and alignment tool and stuff like that. I also am waiting on my valve springs. Once I get those, then I can get all the head done. They should be here by the end of this week, hopefully, so I can get the head done on the weekend and then put it all together. So yeah, here's what I got. This is the full SR20 rebuild kit. Gasket kit, sorry. So yeah, every single gasket in the whole entire engine is in there, and O-rings as well, and copper washers, and yeah, all that stuff. Here's the ARP head studs. This also comes with a head gasket, but I'm not going to use it. I'm using a metal one. I got a new water pump, genuine. I tried to get as much genuine stuff as I could because genuine's usually better quality, and it's going to last a lot longer. Flywheel bolts, ARP flywheel bolts. They make some good stuff, so I'll get those. And when you're taking off your flywheel, you can't reuse them. Head bolts, or these are actually studs now. Head bolts and flywheel bolts and anything that goes to a pretty high torque, you shouldn't really reuse. Especially head bolts, they usually go into what's called a plastic state. So the bolt will stretch to a certain point until it just won't stretch anymore. And there's a little gap called the plastic state, and then after that it snaps. But what you do with head bolts is you put them into the plastic state. It is usually elastic, so the bolt will stretch for a short period of time, and then at a set torque it'll go into its plastic state and it won't stretch anymore. So you want that with head bolts, because if you have them in the elastic state, like a too little torque, they'll stretch and then the head will come off and you'll blow a head gasket. So having good quality studs like these ARP ones and putting them at the correct torque is essential to not blowing a head gasket, because if you put out too little torque or too much, obviously you'll snap them. But if you don't do it at the correct torque settings and use the assembly grease or some sort of oil to get the exact torque, then yeah, chances are you'll blow a head gasket because the head will lift off a little bit. Also got a Nismo low temperature thermostat. This opens at 62 degrees, so it's probably fully open at about 68, I'd say. Probably says it on here, but it's all in Japanese. Yeah, so that's going to replace the standard one. The standard one I think opens at about 78 and fully open at like 84 or something like that. So this will lower the temperature of the car quite a lot. In general, street driving, it's probably not essential. Like you're going to burn more fuel, simply because the engine isn't at its optimum heat. So the fuel isn't going to burn as well as it could. So you're going to get worse fuel economy with a low temperature thermostat, because your engine's always going to be sort of a little bit cold. But I don't really drive on the street too much, so it's more for a track car now. So with drifting it's good, because it obviously gets really hot with drifting, so that'll keep the temperature at that 80 degrees rather than going up to about 100. Also got a PCV valve. My old one, I'm not sure if I was having troubles with it or not. So I just bought a new one. It was $17, so I thought, why not? The old one was probably about 20 years old anyway. So basically, it's just a one-way valve. It's just like a little plate, and pressure can only go out one way. It's just just a relief valve goes in your rock cover. This is a throw-up bearing for the clutch. So on your clutch arm, it has a bearing, and that pushes against the pressure plate. And if your bearing's worn, or like seized or whatever, when you push your clutch in, it'll make like a really squealy sound because the bearing's not spinning. So yeah, if you're pushing your clutch in, it's making a really bad sound. It's probably that throw-up bearing, or release bearing, or whatever you want to call it. I also got a pilot needle bearing. The stock one is a brass bushing, and this one's the upgraded model. It's a roller bearing or needle bearing. Sorry, and that goes like in the flywheel, in the center of that, and that's what rotates on the gearbox. Also got the Cometic head stud, and this came as a kit, the head studs and the gasket, from FR Sport. Everything I've bought is pretty much from FR Sport. Really good site, pretty good deals as well. This is 0.4 inches, so it's, I think I got that right. So it's 1.02 millimeters thick and 87 mil bore, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this will be fine. We'll have to work out how much to take off the head in order to get the same compression ratio. With a thicker head gasket, basically, the reason why people get thicker head gaskets, it'll lower your compression ratio, so you can run more boost, so you will get a bit more power, because you got more room in the cylinder. But the only downfall of that is you lose torque, and quite a lot as well. So having a higher compression ratio, you get a lot more torque, but you can't run as much boost because the cylinder is too small. So yeah, I'm going to run pretty much the stock, more or less around the stock compression ratio. It shouldn't be too far out because I'll take a little bit off the head to make it around the same. So yeah. Also got silicon heater hose kit. It's like 14 hoses in here. Every single hose on the engine is there. That's about $100, so pretty good. I got that on eBay as well. Yeah, that's about it. All the fuel lines and stuff I'll buy just locally, from a hose shop, and replace all the fuel lines and vac hoses and stuff like that. Alright guys, we'll go out into the shed now. Basically what I'm going to do today is just install the thermostat and the water pump. And I'll show you the rock cover. I've sprayed that, it looks pretty sweet. And I sprayed my gearbox in some aluminium paint, it looks pretty cool as well. So I might show you that in a later video because this video is quite long now. So this is just an update, this is not a part. So yeah, the install of all this shit will be in the next video. So thanks for watching, and yeah, subscribe, whatever, if you haven't, and yeah, catch ya.